to hand it over to the Nigerian captain. There she is, Rasheedat Ajibade. Nigeria celebrating as African champions here in Morocco. They are winners of the WAFCON 2024. 10 times now they've taken this trophy, back at the top of the pile in women's football in Africa. And what a way to do it on a glorious Saturday night here in Rabat.
We thank God for bringing us to the end of this tournament. And it was not easy. And for you to play in the finals against a host country, leading by 2-0 in one half, and then coming back from it to win, it was not easy. It was a great feat achieved by the players, and I really give them a lot of credit for the mental resilience and the belief that we had in the team. We knew we could do it, and we kept pushing, and at the end of it all, we were able to achieve our goal. When we were 2 goals down, we knew we were not getting some of our acts properly, and we kept encouraging the players not to lose their self-belief, and trusting that once we knew the little challenges, difficulties that we had in the game, and considering those 2 goals also, you know, if it's not a team that has self-belief and mental resilience, it will be easy for you to just give up and then think, well, the match is done and dusted. But we kept believing, telling them, encouraging them not to give up. At halftime, we did a lot of talking to them individually and collectively as a group. And eventually, in the second half, they came out, did better, and were able to win the game. You know, sometimes you plan for a game and then you come up with a strategy. That is why each time you are even doing the planning, you must have a plan A, plan B, and possibly plan C. If it works out well for you, you continue. If it doesn't work out, obviously you have to make a change. We had a game plan, and what we said we were going to avoid were the same mistakes that we committed that resulted into the 2 goals we conceded. And because we're already chasing the game, we had to fall back to plan B and make sure that we get ourselves back into the game, or without which we wouldn't have been able to do it. So it was not as if we didn't just want to make the change. If those strategies we adopted at the initial stage went well, the changes may not have been the one we made. But because we're already chasing the game, that was why we had to make the changes that we made. And like I said, going into the game, we always have a plan of, if we are leading, what do we do? If we are chasing the game, what do we do? If we also need to, you know, try and consolidate on what we have, what do we need to do? The players are fully aware of all that, and we have plans for all those situations. I keep repeating, a football match is not won until you hear the final whistle. And so we had that self-belief that we could make it, we could do it. All we needed was to try and get our acts together. If we get a goal, we knew we could come back. And that was what the girls did. In terms of officiating, I didn't have the privilege of having a second look at the incidents that you are referring to. So I wouldn't be in a proper position to be able to judge or assess the performance of the referees or the decision of the referees in that regard. There are experts that have been assigned that responsibility, and it was their duty to make those observations, which they did, and I believe so much that if those decisions were not the right decisions, they wouldn't have awarded the penalty as well as deny what the Moroccans might feel was a deserved penalty on their side. The lasers were not applied on the players alone, even myself. Yes, even my face, they kept you know, pointing those lasers at me, but like I said earlier, we had prepared for all these situations and we knew they would happen. In fact, today it's even less than, you know, in the last edition. It's less than in the last edition. So we knew it was going to happen, and the players were ready for it. It didn't have any effect on them. You could see, even when the lasers were coming, nobody bothered about that. We kept going, and then focused. We remain focused on the game. So I don't know if it is proper that this type of situation should always continue, because I don't think it is proper. Something can be done in that regard. If we didn't believe she would make the impact she made, we wouldn't have played her. We know what she can do. We knew the impact she brings each time she's on the field of play. She holds play for us well, and she's also an intelligent player and very creative also. She's an impact player. She has contributed a lot in the games that she has played, either coming off the bench or even when she starts. So she's still developing. She's still developing. We still have a lot to get from her. We have to look at development from the angle of facility development, player management, and good welfare support and package for them, and try as much as possible to expose the Women League to win or attract more sponsors that will put more money into the game. And when you have more money in the game, you will be able to train these players better, expose even us as coaches. We need better education too. We also need to improve ourselves, because you can't just remain at the level you are. The game is dynamic. There are new ideas coming up every time. So while we are also thinking of developing the trainers, we must also try as much as possible to ensure that we have good welfare package for the athletes or the players, as well as have a developmental program, put a proper structure on ground so that you can make progress, you can monitor your progress from the lowest level, from grassroots level, up to the highest level. If we have a proper structure, it means the transition will just be easy from this level to the next level, from this other level to the next level. So we need to put structure on the ground, proper structure on the ground. We need to get facilities in place, train our coaches, give them better and improve environment where they too can develop their capacity better, so that the players, the knowledge acquired can equally be transferred onto the players.
We get another one. And again, Okoronkwo with the left foot. Floated up. Running onto it. They've got a third. Nigeria are about to pull off a massive turnaround.
I feel happy, I feel fulfilled, and I'm pretty sure every Nigerian feel the same way. For first half, if the goals were like unfortunate, obviously, but because it happens in football, but we already, when we went back to the locker room, we had like, you know, the spirit, the fighting spirit, and then we know we're gonna come back second half, because it's like all or nothing, and we already knew that, and then we came together as a team. And then we're like, we have to go for this. And then we did second half and got the victory. Yeah, I think the Moroccan team are a very good team, obviously. You know, they had chemistry. They were able to find it first half, so props to them. They knew what they were doing. And yeah, they're a tough team. We knew we had to come up with a strategy in second half and find a way to beat them. But all props to them, and, you know, next time. I thought like she did most of the calls. She got most of the calls right, and even when she, thank God there's VAR as well. So even when she called the PK against us, so we were able to. She was able to go to the VAR, and then so we didn't. It wasn't a PK. So I'm glad that like it was all cleared up.
It's all over. Nigeria have won the Women's Cup of Nations for a 10th time.
I think in the first half, we didn't really expect to, like, I think they dropped off quite a lot. And I think we were almost too much in a rush to get the ball forward when we actually could have possessed and been a bit more confident. So as much as we're a good footballing team, I think we had to, like, compose ourselves. And I don't think we were able to compose ourselves almost until we went down a couple of goals. Like at half time, we came back out and we were like, we've got to put them under pressure, make them feel uncomfortable, and know that when we have the ball, we don't have to rush anything. Even though we can prepare for a game, there's things that can change in the game and things that are unexpected where, and I think I've said this, well, I've tried to say this to the girls all tournament, like we have to learn how to find solutions in the game as players. And I think that's something that we did really well today. Like, obviously there's a lot of noise, it's hard for us to communicate with one another, but that's why I guess when we came in at halftime it was good for us to be able to talk about what needed to be better. And then in the second half we went out and did it. You could see from the beginning of the second half that we were just like, we were gonna come back. We felt the fans loved the whole tournament. Honestly, from the first day that we got here until now, we felt it. And for you guys, like the guys asking us the questions, following us, coming from Nigeria, like, I know it's a big ask, but we all feel like one family. So we feel the love, but we send the love back to you, because honestly, the support is huge.
Player of the tournament is the Nigerian captain Ajibade, a winner in 2018 at the last WAFCON that Nigeria won. She'll return with the honour of lifting the trophy.
What God cannot do does not exist. I don't know what to say. I'm just filled with so much emotions and excitement, and I can only say to God be all the glory. I never envisioned that I will be the player of the year of the tournament. I just have one dedication. I only have one thought in my mind: to give everything, both in spirit, soul, and everything, like my blood and sweat, to sacrifice for this team as much as I can, to support this team. That's everything I do, and I believe that when I put in everything, everything will fall in place. The thing is, we only told ourselves that there's nothing to lose, guys. We have to give everything, and we should keep our hope alive and believe. If it's possible for them to score 2 goals in first half, we can also score 2-3 goals in the second half. Like, we have to keep the hope alive and believe. Lost the battle from edge to head. Now in the fight, now we the win.